Today is March 7th, and we're getting ready to do a little section of the Black Canyon Trail. There's Robin. And we are at the Hidden Treasure Mine trailhead. So anyway, we're ready to start. I don't want to step in any poop.
Yeah, you are.
I am? Poop.
Cow country.
Poop of cow. I heard the cow moo.
I see the cow way over there.
You hear the birds?
I hear lots of birds. Sound pretty.
I hear an airplane.
Happy birds.
Moving right along. About 3,000 feet elevation. Just kind of at the elevation limits of the Saguaro. They're pretty few and far between, but they're out there. As you lose elevation, you start to see more of them. Or south-facing hillsides, you can see them too. There's some mountain bikers over here. Awesome. It's a beautiful trail. Here's some signage. It's always nice to have signage along a trail just to confirm you're on the right path and going in the right direction. And so this Black Canyon Trail is about 80 miles, and it starts up near Mayer, Arizona, and it finishes by close to our house in Anthem along the Carefree Highway. So, but yeah, you can ride your horse, you can hike, or you can ride your mountain bike. And you can also camp along the way if you want to backpack or bike pack or whatever you want to do. But it's a gorgeous trail. And I was actually able to help build part of it, so that was kind of cool. Yes, very nice.
Very nice.
Hey, look, there's a robin. We decided that we'd like to share some of our adventures with our family and friends, and so this has been kind of a big experiment today to see if I could actually do this and get some good shots and some good video, and you know I'd be interested in seeing my friends post stuff on their adventures, so I thought, why not? Another part of this adventure, and something very strange for me, I'm wearing a button-down hiking shirt. It's very strange and kind of awkward. I've never worn this. I've always have worn t-shirts and but so that's kind of an experiment for me too. So I feel really strange in it and awkward, but actually it's very comfortable. It's long sleeve, and so it protects me from the sun. And my new Arizona Trail hat, which is nice because it keeps the sun off of my big ears. And anyway, so that's kind of what Robin and I are up to. And this trail actually goes right by our house. It's only, 4 or 5 miles from our house, and 2 or 3 miles from our property that we own in the middle of the desert. And so it's just kind of a neat way to connect our property to our house. Anyway, that's what we're planning on doing. We've gone about 1.5 miles today, and so that's where we're at. Starting to see a little bit of desert wildflowers. It's really early in the wildflower season. It's March 7th. But we are starting to see a few. And we haven't had a lot of rain, so I don't know how the wildflower season will be this year. Not a lot of rain in the fall. Not a lot of rain this winter. Rainfall is crucial to a good wildflower season. Really pretty out here. We're about 30 miles or so from our house, which is really great because we can hike short sections of this all the time, and the goal is to complete the trail. It is about an 80-mile trail between Mayer and Carefree Highway, just not too far from our home in Anthem. And actually it intersects the 300-mile Maricopa Trail, and the Maricopa Trail runs about 1 mile from our house. So you can hike from here, from up by Mayer, all the way down to the Maricopa Trail to within 1 mile of our house. So that's pretty cool. And we've done probably a third of this trail already, but We love it. And now's the right season to be hiking it because not too hot. And it's about an 80-degree day today, but we have some clouds and it's a little breezy. It's just real perfect. And you don't want to be doing this in the summer when it's 105, 110 out. As you can see, there's not a lot of shade. But this is a really pretty section. Water does run through here on occasion, rare occasion, but often enough to create this wash through here. I just love all these boulders and rocks. I love it. haven't really gained much elevation, but I think this road kind of descends. So it looks like we've gained this elevation, but we really haven't. But as you can see, elevation is everything when it comes to saguaros. It's starting to get, you know, a little bit thicker down there. And elevation gets lower, air temperature gets higher. And I wanted to show you, I know it's windy, but there is Sunset Point. That Palo Verde tree, green bark, green branches, green leaves. When it does flower, major thorns too. And when it flowers, they're bright yellow flowers, really pretty. Depending on rainfall, sometimes they are able to bloom once in the spring and then again in the fall, but we're not close to blooming yet. That's where our trail goes, just curves right around there.
Oh, there's something's running across the trail. There's a big furry thing.
I'm not seeing it.
It's right straight across from us. It's probably just a little squirrel, but it was bigger than that.
Bigger than a squirrel?
Yeah.
But it probably is a squirrel?
I don't know.
I don't see it. All right, let's go squirrel hunting.
I think it's just sitting on the rock, but I can't tell.
Is it, was it?
It's going up the side. It's moving on the trail. That was going between those.
Oh,
Did you
in
see
that
it?
little wash there.
Yeah, that's just a squirrel.
Okay, there he goes.
It's big.
Yeah, little squirrel. I don't think you can see it in the camera. Oops. Ooh! Dropped my trekking pole.
Hello.
Hello, looking good.
Hey.
Mountain bikers in the wild.
Yes. Awesome. Opening up some views to the Bradshaw Mountains. Significantly higher than where we're at now. Again, we're about 3,000 feet, and those mountains rise to almost 8,000 at the highest point. But the Bradshaw Mountains is kind of a long range. Keep going all the way behind. We're kind of in the foothills, so behind that little hill is the range, and they go all the way to Prescott. We have a hawk sighting. Probably a red tail. Kind of a cool old mine, I'm assuming, over there. I don't think our trail takes us to it, but there is a road that intersects the trail that I'm assuming that's where it leads. Way up on that hill is a lone saguaro. King of the Mountain reminds me of the game we used to play, King of the Mountain, in our during our recess when there was snow piles. We'd knock each other off the snow pile, and the person left up there was King of the Mountain. I hyperextended many of my arms. Well, I only have 2 arms, but I hyperextended both of them on many occasions. Kind of a dangerous game. I think it's probably outlawed now. Had to show you this nice, green, huge ocotillo. And there's a smaller saguaro right there. And that Palo Verde is protecting it. It protects it when it's really tiny. It's called a nursery tree. And then that saguaro will outlive that Palo Verde, and then it'll be all by its lonesome in 100 years or so. But that ocotillo is awesome. Look how bright green the leaves are. In between the leaves are major thorns. But some appear to be dead because the leaves drop off after a period of drought or a period of dry weather. And after rain, they come to life. What are you doing, Robin?
Just checking my blood.
Why?
Make sure I'm not low.
What's low?
My blood sugar.
Why would your blood sugar be low?
Because I'm type 1 diabetic.
You are.
Surprise!
Wow, we've been married for almost 18 years and I didn't know. Just kidding. But Robin's amazing. She is usually very stealthy with checking her blood, and most people don't even know that she's checked it. Every time we eat, every time we exercise. Which blood sugar?
58.
You're low.
I'm gonna eat now.
That's a good idea.
I usually have my sensor, but I don't have it right now. So usually it tells me before I get low.
Why don't you have your sensor?
Because the storms and electricity in Texas made getting supplies out from Texas slow, so I haven't received them yet.
Yikes.
Yes, but I will soon.
Bon appetit. Bon appetit, let's eat. I like your hat.
Thanks. My husband got it for me.
You're welcome.
He's good like that.
So what'd you eat?
I had some fruit snacks and a granola bar.
How do you feel?
It's hitting me. I'm better.
Going right up? That blood sugar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Ready to go.
What?
Ready to keep moving.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Excellent. Hey, Robin.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to slow down. We don't want to run into any mountain bikes or horses.
Okay.
So here's the Bradshaw Range again, and what we can see, this is the high point, and it's just under 7,000 feet. That's Twin Peaks. If you look at the very tippy top, you can see two little bumps, and that's, I think, why they call it Twin Peaks. But if you follow this range north, kind of goes down and then back up, it does rise to just under 8,000 feet at Mount Union, which is the high point of Yavapai County. And we're still in Yavapai County where I'm standing, so. But it is a gorgeous range of mountains, and the namesake of our Xterra. We call our Xterra Bradshaw, named after those mountains. So we're walking into Bumblebee. We're off the Black Canyon Trail now. So we parked about 3/4 of a mile off the trail down here in Bumblebee. So now we're just hopped on a little 4-wheel drive high clearance road down into Bumblebee. Little ghost town that people actually still have come back to live, I believe. And we actually left one vehicle up the road at the trailhead and parked another vehicle down here. So just prevents us from having to backtrack too much on the trail. So did about 5 miles today between Hidden Treasure Mine Trailhead and Bumblebee, Arizona. And we are done with our hike. We walked a total of 4.5 miles, almost. And we started at just a little over 3,000 foot elevation, and we are now at a little over 2,500 feet elevation. So we lost about 500 feet elevation. I don't know what the elevation gain was on the hike. 100 feet maybe, not very much. So very pleasant hike. Thanks for joining us. We are sitting in our car, and that bird is called a phainopepla. It's a desert bird. It's also known as the desert cardinal, but it's pitch black. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool bird. Pretty cool bird.